Good evening, a warm welcome to State of Business RTV's Prime Time News Bulletin. You're with me, Rukshi Panditaratna. Let's take a look at the headlines first. World Green Building Council commends commitment of President Sirisena, and Best Sri Lankan Brands 2017 held under the patronage of Prime Minister. And today on Top Stories, the chairman of the World Green Building Council, Tai Lee Siang, appreciated the initiatives taken by President Maithripala Sirisena to turn Sri Lanka into a green island. He made these remarks when a delegation including the chairman of the World Green Building Council met with the president at the president's official residence yesterday. During this meeting, the chairman stated that his council is ready to provide every possible assistance to Sri Lanka in making the country's sustainable development program a success. The chairman of the Sri Lanka Green Building Council, Professor Ranjit Disanayake, members of the Green Building Council of Sri Lanka, including its founder chairman, Professor Priyan Mendes, participated on this occasion. The report on strategies implemented by the Sri Lanka Green Building Council to promote the concept of green building in the country was presented to the President by the chairman of the Sri Lanka Green Building Council, Professor Ranjit Disanayake. Best Sri Lankan Brands 2017, organized by Interbrand in collaboration with the Daily FT, was held in Colombo last evening. Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe was the chief guest during the occasion. Best Sri Lankan Brands 2017, which identifies the most valuable brands in the country, is modelled on Interbrand's prestigious Best Global Brands annual report, the definitive guide to the world's 100 most valuable brands. This year, the event was graced by some of the senior leaders from the Interbrand network, ministers and international and local participants. Established in 1974 and an opinion leader in the field of value-based brand management, Interbrand was the first brand to consultancy to recognize the significance of a brand as a business asset and introduce the brand valuation concept. Interbrand's Best Global Brands methodology evaluates each brand's financial performance, role and strength through a 5-step economic value-added methodology, which is also the first of its kind to be ISO certified. Interbrand first entered the Sri Lankan market in 2016 with the rebranding of Hatton National Bank together with Sri Lankan partner MND. Interbrand also created the first Korean top 100 brand, Samsung, by introducing the brand value concept to the conglomerate and propelling it to the 7th most valuable brand ranking in the Best Global Brands table. This year, the leading brand consultancy Interbrand identified 20 Sri Lankan brands showing significant growth in their respected marketplaces.
The fact that you are having Interbrand here is a good sign. It's a sign that our enterprises are becoming more competitive. They are conscious of the need to compete, and more so the state companies. So it is certainly a proud occasion to have Interbrand here with us, to have organized this and to be available for many of you tomorrow and day after. Without branding, you have no chance in the global market. Branding is necessary. And once you understand the value of branding, then you are ready for competition. This is a major mental adjustment that we in Sri Lanka has to make. That you must compete to survive and that you must compete to grow.
Speaking further, Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe stated that Sri Lanka should grasp opportunities to leverage its position in the international market.
We miss the opportunities that many of our Asian partners did in capitalizing on all those moments for development after World War II. For a country that was on par with Japan at the very beginning, we seem to have missed the bus at every occasion. In the 50s, in the 60s, and the 70s, whatever you opened out could not be sustained. What we are doing now is to seize the moment when Indian Ocean becomes the growth area of the world. We cannot miss this chance. If we miss the chance, then we will always be put down just 2 points above Afghanistan. But if you are brave and we go ahead, we become the hub of the Indian Ocean. Today, if we look at the Indian Ocean, it just started its growth scenario. It will go on. Then look at South Asia, from Pakistan all the way to Bangladesh, and beyond that Southeast Asia into Indonesia. On your western side, all the way down to South Africa. All these are countries that are growing. Every country will keep growing. Whether it be South Africa, whether it be Malawi, whether it be Ethiopia. They've just started the process. And here we are, situated in the middle of the Indian Ocean. It's not merely the development of the countries around us, but there will be two large economic movements in the area. One which you have heard of, One Belt, One Road. The other which is coming into being with Japan and India, the Asia-Africa Growth Corridor. And here we are in the middle of it. Should we grasp this occasion or let go of it? We can do that. Unlike India or Indonesia or Pakistan or Bangladesh, which will see a large burst in its population by 2050. From 23 million, the maximum we can go is to 25. Time for new technology, time for semi-automation, time to think anew. So let's look at competition as the key to our deliverance. You compete and survive, or you compete and go down. And I know the Sri Lankans, if they compete, they will survive.
The Premier also highlighted the importance of signing free trade agreements with other countries which will enable preferential market access for Sri Lanka. He also stated that Sri Lanka should become more competitive in order to survive and uphold its position in the developing world.
We just signed the agreement with the joint venture agreement of Sri Lankan Port Authority and China merchants on the Hambantota Harbour. We are now talking with India, Japan, Singapore and Sri Lanka to develop further the Colombo port and the Trincomalee port. We are looking at the offshore center just across here. Open up on the digital economy, which we spent some time today discussing what comes next. Our manufacturing will have to be very advanced. We must have one of the most advanced system of manufacturing. That technology is available. Focus on a few activities. Don't try to do all. Time to come to modernize the agriculture. All this is possible. First, we have to get our house into order. Get our financial systems into order. We are deepening our free trade agreement with India, Economic and Technology Cooperation Agreement. We are on the verge, I think early next year, we'll sign the free trade agreement with Singapore and then a free trade agreement with China. There you are ready. That agreement with India offers us the scope of the 5 southern Indian states and Sri Lanka working together for a $1 trillion economy, regional economy. Signing these agreements means when the regional comprehensive economic partnership comes in, Sri Lanka is ready to enter. And if the new TPP without USA comes into being, we must go there too. That to give you the access of markets from Europe to the western side of the American continent. That's a big market for us. We need a very small share of it to grow. And this means we have to become competitive. We have to become a platform for competitive value addition. This is the opportunity we have.
See you after this break. Welcome back. The Entrepreneur of the Year Award 2017 award ceremony organized annually by the Federation of Chamber of Commerce and Industry was held under the patronage of President Maithripala Sirisena in Colombo yesterday. This award ceremony was organized for the 22nd consecutive year, and awards were presented to the Sri Lankan Entrepreneur of the Year 2017, Woman Entrepreneur of the Year 2017, Young Entrepreneur of the Year 2017, and Differently Abled Entrepreneur of the Year 2017. These awards were presented under the categories of agribusiness, industry, services, and trading. The main award of the ceremony, the Platinum Award, was received by the Jet Holdings Managing Director Alien Gunawardana, and the second award was presented to the Managing Director of the DSI Group of Companies, Kulatunga Rajapaksha. Ministers Rishad Badiuddin, Minister Daya Gamage, Minister Manik Samaravikrama, and dignitaries along with entrepreneurs representing various sectors were also present at the award ceremony. Let's take a look at stocks after this break. Welcome back. Trading at Colombo Stock Exchange ended on a positive note today. The all share price index gained 2.95 points to close at 6,360.36, and the S&P SL20 gained 14.14 points to close at 3,709.99. The turnover was 999.8 million rupees and 21 million shares were traded. Let's take a look at today's Forex rates. Thank you for watching State of Business. See you tomorrow at the same time. Till then, take care. Good night.